There we go. I was like, it looks odd for some reason. Get the tweet out. It's 9:50. I'll do the first prediction for 30 minutes. We'll see how it goes. Testing, testing. Yep, y'all can hear me. Alright, hey guys, how's it going? We got a whole bunch of sacrifice games today. But, well, maybe I can just pull up the picture. That would be a lot easier. It's probably not the best quality. It's a snippet. In any case, our first game, and what time would that be? That's 11. So I'm just going to use East. It's 12 East, noon East time. This is Dayu's Entropy versus Klyb's Mmmkey. And then after that, at 1 East, we have Totali's team versus, again, Klyb's Mmmkey. After that, at, what is that, 1:30 East, it'll be Dayu again, Dayu's Entropy versus Wildman's mid-tier midwits. After that, at 2 East, we have Witsy Pultsy's B Stream versus Totoli's team. At 3 East, we have again Dayu's Entropy versus Witsy Pultsy's B Stream. At 4 East, we have Jback's Girth, Wind, and Fire versus mid-tier midwits, Wildman's mid-tier midwits. And lastly, at 4:30 East, we have, again, Woodsy Pultsy's B-Stream versus Jback's Girth, Wind, and Fire. It's possible more games could pop up. Everyone has to have their games done by today. So there is that. So I would imagine every game's going to be played today. I'm not sure if we'll enforce forfeits or anything, but we'll just have to see how the day goes. I'm pretty sure this is all remaining games, though. We can always pull that back up. I'm very certain. I'm very certain that these standings are correct. I updated them with Day's last game. So, and this is what gets me. So, as you could tell, there are technically some teams that have more points, but they've played more games, right? Y'all see what I'm saying? So, some teams obviously have more points, but they've played a lot of games. Dayu's team, though, I'm looking at this point difference right here. I think that's the best way to look at this. Dayu's team has a positive point difference of 12 with 3 wins. So their 22 points is more impressive because they've gotten it with 3 wins. You see what I'm saying? I'm not into sports or other stuff, so I'm just kind of learning as I go about all this stuff. Uh, but keeping with the point difference, after that we have Wildman's mid-tier midwits with 7. And then next we have Klyb's Mmmkey. So it's very interesting because I expect the Dayu and Klyb seem to be a very even matchup. Um, I know Dayu was saying that he was thinking about how good J-Back's team, Wildman's team was. So I do want to see those two play, but I also want to see how Dayu's going to play against Klyb, because I think this is really going to be a huge decider. If Dayu struggles with this with Klyb's team, then it could be difficult for them going into the finals, but we'll just have to see. I have high hopes for Dayu's team, though. Again, though, I'm saying that I do think that mid-tier midwits and Klyb's team have great chances of going to the finals. Um, We'll just have to see how the rest of the tournament goes. I still think that most of these other teams have chances. If we can see some 2-0s from some of these teams, definitely, I think that'll push their point difference a lot higher, obviously. So we'll just have to see. It does this sometimes? I have to reload. There we go. Yeah, we're just a little. Looks like we're about 70% of the way done, and again, about that last 30% is going to pretty much happen today. I'll tell you that. I don't know when finals are going to be. It could be tomorrow. Um, that may be unlikely at this point since we haven't gotten word from admin from Cash yet, but it is possible. We're just going to have to see how today goes, and if people are going to be able to make that. I'm down for whatever. If we're doing it tomorrow, I'll make the socials for that later this evening. Um, in any case, so you can also look at this draft real quick. So again, we have Dayu and Klyb's team battling it out today. I don't know who's going to play yet. I mean, for each team, right? I suspect that the captains will be playing. I think both of them are already in game, actually, so that's probably happening. Nubius has been having some internet issues, unfortunately, so it's possible we don't see Nubius in favor of Prodigy. Green Thunder, a really heavy hitter, a part of Entropy, and Phantom Snake, again, a really solid player. Dayu's team, I think, is one of the most to be feared in the competition. So, and Prodigy is an excellent player as well. We haven't seen him play as much, though. That would be the only thing. Klyb, he's also the guy that runs the Stody tournaments. So again, Klyb is really good. He has a very solid team. His team is people I assume that he works with the Stody stuff. So I think they're also very excellent players. But we have Anwolf, 50, Signelli, and Lix. And I'm not as familiar with this team. They're all Europeans. We don't really play with them a lot, unfortunately. But from what we've seen, they are an incredibly tough team. They play a lot of CPMA characters. They play a lot of crowd sliding characters. They play a lot of characters that can move around extraordinarily quickly. When I was in a tournament playing against them, I was always trying to think of the best term. I was always trying to like pace it with my railgun and rail them, but I was never able to. They're just so quick. So I think that's their biggest advantage is they have a really large pool of champions that they can pick from, and those champions I think are really hard to counter. So I don't think Dayu can just pick a whole bunch of heavy hitters, so to speak, some heavies or anything like that. I think they're actually going to have to tactically figure out how they're going to do this. I'm very interested to see what tactics both teams are going to use. Um, yeah, Dayu likes to play a lot of Nyx, sometimes Doom, some other stuff. We'll just have to see what he ends up playing, but I don't think this is going to be easy. I kind of feel like they may not be able to pick what they normally do or do what they normally do, right? So I'm also very curious about the maps they pick. So it's a coin toss to pick, and in the playoff, it's 2 games now, right? 2 maps that they play, best 3 rounds, right? So best of 2. I'm already getting an invite. Let's get that going. I hope Acid gets here soon. Where was I? Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. So the captains get to pick after a coin toss for the map. We've seen a lot of Tower of Koth. We've seen a lot of Ruins. We've seen a lot of Tempest Shrine. I'm very surprised with the Tower of Koth picks. Not that I actually like the map, but it is interesting. These group of people that we play with in this Discord, they do tend to not like it. So I'm just very surprised that this group of people is picking it a lot. Perhaps they think that it could throw off. Perhaps they think that they have a bit more strategy on that map. Um, it is a strat to pick something that the enemy team may not necessarily know how to play, right? We haven't seen Lockbox or Citadel. And we may not see those maps. I think it'd be really interesting if we saw one of those picks. That would really throw off, I think, the enemy team if they pick something like that. Oh, and they can also, if they win the coin flip, they can switch it off to the other captain to pick. So again, we'll just have to see. Here, I'll check the Discord real quick. Have they even done the coin flip? That would be a no. Whew. I had nightlight on. Let's see if this helps. Man, that is bright. They're saying something in game. I wonder if they're asking. Oh, we do have Nubius. I wonder if he figured out his stuff. I hope he did. I also really like the new bone podiums. You have to get it with the battle pass. You know, it's a little reward, I think, at the end, level 100. Oh yeah, I was looking for the coin toss. Did they do the coin toss yet? I think that is a no. So I guess we won't see Prodigy. I mean, it is possible that they switch off. That is possible. And we still don't have any showings from Klyb's team yet, so we'll just have to see. Don't forget your predictions, guys. It's still going to be going for a little bit. So we are. This is a sacrifice tournament. Sounds a little weird when you say it like that. There are some key differences. What's the difference between sacrifice and tourney mode? You may be thinking. So when you play in normal matchmaking, you're playing sacrifice. What we do is we make a custom game. We can make a custom game in Quake Champions, and we set the rule set to sacrifice tourney mode. Um, there's a few key differences. You as the player and your teammates as well pick your champion before going in. So in a lot of game modes, you get to swap out your champion as you're playing, right? I'm not doing good as defense. I want to be maybe heavy. I want to be something that maybe is gonna have more movement. No, you can't do that here. In this mode, you're picking your champion. So of course this means that you have four people to strategize with. It makes the game a bit more in depth, I think, because you have four people that have to have this strategy with four different champions, and they all have to coordinate together in order to make this work from start to finish. Right? You're locked in for 3 rounds or up to 3 rounds. So that's one of the biggest changes, right? You have to play this champion, and your champion may have a very useful mechanic or may have a useful purpose in how your team's playing for that map. For instance, like Tempest Shrine, you may want to have a Galena for the totems. It's pretty broken actually. On top of this, another big change: the time it takes to sacrifice the soul, point of the game, right, is going to increase by 30 seconds, a full 25% longer. So it's not 2 minutes; it's 2.5 minutes. Um, I was actually thinking about this. I think it adds a lot more diversity because when you think about it, the longer it takes, and of course, there's usually some pass off. The other team's going to pull out a few percentage points as well. I, it made me realize there's much more opportunities for the power ups, right? It's longer to sacrifice. Both teams are going to be taking longer to play the whole round, the whole match. So I do think it means that we see more diverse plays with the power ups. Um, and you know, I will say I think that is probably one of the reasons why we do see Tower of Koth is because it has not one but two power ups, and it can be incredibly useful. I would say that's probably the biggest advantage that Tower of Koth has for Sacrifice Tourney mode. Actually, now that I'm thinking about all this, um, what else? Oh yeah. There's delayed weapon pickup. So once you pick up a weapon, there's like a 2 or 3 second delay before that weapon respawns to pick up, right? So it takes longer for each player, technically, to acquire their arsenal, right? You may not always really have that full arsenal. Where if you're alive and team deathmatch or deathmatch or a few other modes, like you usually have a full arsenal, 30 seconds. It doesn't take long to grab if you're just kind of going around the map and picking up stuff. In this mode, pretty much impossible to have a full arsenal because you're going to usually die before you get that. Uh, I think that's about it. I'm wondering if there's anything else I'm missing, but I don't think so. Here, let's see what's going on over here in game. Real quick, let's see what Acid's up to. I don't think anything's really changed. We're still waiting on Acid, and we're still waiting on Klyb's team. And again, don't forget to do your predictions. We're still going to be up for a little bit. So far, I'm seeing Klyb, Sinelli, and 50 in their team chat. So it's probably at least those three. And who do we have over here? Oh, it's Klyb. Klyb himself. Mobius is back. Well, I hope his internet issues have resolved. Hey guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in. We're not too much longer from getting started here. We're just waiting on a few more players and my co-caster for maybe the whole day. It'll be Acid Rain. Really nice of him to stop by and help us out. Man, Quake is popping today, guys. Are you guys seeing this? Got the challengers going. Aster's up, Zanaku, C and Z, Sygib, Shaft, Vinger. Honestly, it's really great to see. I wonder how the challengers are going. Anyone been keeping up? Is there any standouts this global challengers number 4? Oh, you know what? I'm sitting here looking at all this. The other thing I forgot is that you can only have one type of champion per team, right? So you can't have two scales. You can't double up. It'd be really nice if we could get capture the flag tourney mode. I think that would be really great, and I honestly think it would get more people to play. Anywho, we're here for sacrifice. Yeah, so there's a lot of difference between sacrifice tourney mode and just a normal sacrifice. And again, so when you add up in matchmaking for sacrifice, you're just doing the normal one. You have to do custom game, at least currently, for sacrifice tourney mode. But it's really easy to set up. You just need 8 players. And we use a little Discord bot, Pubbo bot, to get our game set up. Hmm. Well, okay, so it's definitely a 4v4. As it should be joining soon. What is it? Koth? Wow. Here we go again. Dude, Koth has to be the most picked map. Okay. Tower, I think, is Obelisk Alpha? And Cathedral is Obelisk Bravo. But Soul's going to spawn right here in Railgun Room. Typically, people take it down to... Can we see it from here? Yeah, right here. Banana, where this tribald is. And they go all the way back to Tower. But I don't know. I'm not. I just don't think Tower is as strong as people make it out to be. I do think it's strong in the fact that Quad does spawn in the area and they can look down. That is pretty broken. But I think that Cathedral's also pretty easy to hold as well. That's all I think. Because you can hold people off as they come from heavy. They're usually coming through passageway here. The only downside are the 2 pockets up top that they can come from. That I definitely don't like. Windows where kind of the quad spawns, and the railgun room is where proc spawns. Where's this basements? Oh, I see. Yeah, that is basement. And you know what? You can kind of see the dope fish right in front of the railgun. We'll go see the dope fish when we get in, guys. How about that? I think it's a
Hello,
very...
hello.
Oh, hey, Acid, how's it going?
Good, man. How are you?
I'm doing great. Just prepping the crowd, so to speak.
Nice. Building the hype.
Yeah, trying to. So it looks like we have Tower of Koth. Again, #1 pick map for the playoffs.
Well, that just makes me happy.
You
I
love
think
to
it's a
see
great
it.
pick. Dynamic map. It's the newest map. The map that's been least played, probably besides Citadel. Very interesting. Are we still waiting to assemble the Avengers?
Yes, we are. Hold on.
Good. I'm just glad you weren't waiting on me. we got 7 games today. Is that right?
We have 7 scheduled, I'm pretty sure, but I was looking at it, and everyone has to, I think, technically play today, right? So there could be a few more.
Um, well, the finals are tomorrow, so it's
That
not.
well, apparently that's not true
No?
anymore. Well,
Okay. I went to
Cash,
bed and then
yeah.
yeah, I haven't checked it this morning. Have things changed?
Wait, did they say something last night?
No, no. I was just going off earlier in the day, I guess, so I wasn't. Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know. You probably have
I
more updated
I
info
thought
than
it wasn't
than me.
confirmed yet, but I didn't play the pickups last night, so maybe people talked.
Yeah, I think I'm not sure. All I know is we need to play a shitload of sacrifice today. And it's got to be like boom, 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 back to back to back. Let's go, let's go. So I hope you're ready. I hope you have, a pizza on hand, change of underwear, whatever you need. Water. I got a coffee here, an egg McMuffin.
Same here. I need to actually go get another cup. Well, I don't have a McMuffin. That's an upgrade.
Oh, as you're aware, I was out adulting, trying to at least get some productive in real life stuff done before I dedicate my whole day to Quake, which I love.
Well, I'm just kind of DMing everyone right now. It looks like
Who are we waiting on?
uh,
Because I want to talk about the teams if you haven't already, like the
it's
individual
Mmmkey
team members
versus
and
it's Mmmkey's or Klub's
Entropy.
Mmmkey versus
Yep.
Dayu's Entropy.
Yep. It's the finals. I finally remember the team names, at least some of them. So the fourth member of MK, who was it? I almost even remember. He plays Sorlag, right? In previous games. There's probably a couple they could use, but yeah. So I think this is going to be a really solid match. In fact, I actually, for the first time, unsure of who I even want to say will take it. What about you? You share any of that sentiment?
I don't know if it's a force 3v3, then we may
I don't
actually
even
not
want
be
to.
doing it.
Yeah, I don't even want to. Will they wait? I mean, because that's yeah. I feel like that's we shouldn't. We should. Is that the discussion?
Well, we need to get Cash in here. Hold on. I need to read the rules real quick.
So what's the question? Klyb wants a 3v3, and
Klib's
the other
fourth
team.
isn't answering, but Dayu wanted a 4v4, and
Yeah,
I mean, I do agree. Everyone knew that we were
no,
playing
it's
today
totally
with all
fair.
these
Yeah,
games.
there's no and I read the
You,
rules when they were first put in there and not since, so they may have been updated, but I didn't see anything like basically this counts as a no show. Your team didn't show up. So it's a gentleman's agreement if the other team wants to play a 3v3, but in my opinion, I wouldn't. Like if I was Dayu,
oh,
because you know, this isn't a match where it's a guaranteed win for him, and all their team strats and all their practice has been around 4v4, so it's a little bit of it's a gamble going into this if you don't have your fourth. Plus, it's just I don't know. In my personal opinion, sacrifice is made for 4v4, and it just works a lot better. It still is playable on 3v3, but it's just less exciting, less dynamic, less happening. So many times you'll see 3 people go to quad and like one person cap the soul, for instance. That just doesn't happen in a 3v3. And usually it doesn't happen where it's 2-1 either. It's just so different. So I, for one, would love to see the fourth member show up.
okay, I just read the rules. So Dayu can accept a 3v3 if he wants, or he can decline, and that's a forfeit on them.
So that's a forfeit on.
It would be a
Wait,
forfeit
what?
on Mmmkey's part if they can't get their
Yeah.
fourth here and Dayu doesn't
I
want to
mean,
do the 3v3.
yeah. No show forfeit, I guess.
And again, I mean, everyone knew we've had these planned out for a bit now.
Yeah, and the playoff games are important, right? Like this isn't just a game for points.
Yeah.
This is a little more important. I mean, it is for points, but it's more important, you know? So how long do we wait? I guess is the next question before it becomes a
It
forfeit.
does not say. I mean, the match time's already been decided, and we're 20 minutes past it. So I have told Dayu it's up to him what he wants to do.
I think Klyb is still, yeah. Well, I think we need to communicate to him at least that if we can. Is cached? Is he on? Is he talking on Discord? Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of the only thing that's not outlined in the rules is how long after somebody has a no-show do you just say okay, that's it.
Yep.
When's the next game? Because I think once we start bumping into the next game, it's going to be a problem, you know.
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Is like these games really have to be quick in order for us to be able to broadcast them. Stody says Wolf here, but I don't know. Is he here? Wolf is online, so okay. Well, drama over.
Oh,
He's here.
thank God. I was just talking to Cash about it. We should have some kind of notification on the attorney channel, right?
What do you mean?
I don't know, like a promotion in Discord about this.
Yeah,
Or I
there
mean,
is. It's we have an event live right now.
like a general chat at the whole server. This shit's going down. That's how excited I am. I don't know. I don't. Maybe you guys don't want to annoy people, but how do I sound? By the way, do I sound okay?
You sound a little weak.
A little weak. Is that better? Let me turn my volume up. You don't have to change. Like, if you could put my volume back to normal, because I totally changed my setup where I can really crank it. So you just tell me, and I'll just keep increasing until it's good.
That's pretty loud. Why don't you turn down just a little bit?
Okay. How about now? Testing,
That
testing.
sounds
ABC,
good.
Quake
A
champions,
little up, just a little up.
Quake champions, Quake champions, Quake champions, Quake champions. Is that good? I'm good?
Yep.
Awesome. All right. Well, I don't think we'll have any surprise picks here. Oh, Club on Clutch. That's not too
Oh.
out
I
of
was
character for him,
misquoting.
though.
I was looking at the regular season. It says there are no rules for that in the playoff. That's
Yeah.
interesting.
We'll probably have to revisit that. It
Yeah,
just
I
gets
don't.
like it gets tricky though if you put that in the rules and say there was a Saturday where it's like, well, we could wait an hour, but like the rules say that you can only wait 30 minutes. It's like, okay, then what do you do? You know?
Yeah, we'll
So it
have to
kind of goes
hammer
both
that
ways.
out.
Yeah. I don't
I
think
feel
anybody
like we
really wants to
shouldn't
wait
have
an
had
hour
to
though,
have wait, but that's just me because we do have so many other games.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully these are I don't even want to say this, but hopefully these are 2-0s so we can be on time because otherwise we're a half hour delayed for everything. Anyway, we're in game. Teams are warming up. We have some pretty standard picks. I really actually I like the picks quite a bit on both teams. But we're getting into it.
We sure
I'll let
are.
you take us away, Hickory.
Yeah, I mean, we have two of the same champions on each team. We have a Strog and a Sorlag. What do you think's so beneficial about having a Strog and a Sorlag on this map?
Well, I think Sorlag is pretty obvious. She's useful on any map just because of her speed, her starting stack, and her ability. It's got the dot, so she's just strong in every map on Sacrifice. You just have to not get hit.
Wow.
And Strog,
Dayu just barely got that in from dot. He literally died the second he put the soul in.
did he use his ability? Was it
Yes,
one
like,
of those?
oh, well, obviously.
Yeah. I mean, he's a pro. He's got these routes set out. But yeah, Strog is also just very, very useful on this map. It's got so much verticality. There's a lot of ways for Peeker to be sneaky and get about, and also just give you sight. Like Peeker can go be here, he can be there, you can have sight. And this crouch slide is good. So he's a good mix of useful things for Sacrifice. To me, he's a great pick on every map, but unless you're a Strog main, you're not going to do that.
Oh no, Dayu has again. This time he didn't get that though. I completely agree. I think this map offers a lot. I was actually thinking the fact that it has two power-ups makes it so interesting and diverse. It's a really unique map in that sense.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's huge. I don't know why I never mentioned that when I'm professing my love for this map, but great point.
Hey, if you like it, put a ring on it, you know what I mean?
Absolutely. So it looks like Team Entropy is getting... Ooh, spoke too soon. I was going to say they're getting both power-ups, but Klyb changes that. So we have team captains, both with power-ups, and Klyb gets the steal. It looks like... Wow.
Just keeps changing.
Either way. Yeah, it's still May.
And now Green Thunder has both. Yeah, he has proc and quad.
He's got quad protection, as I like to say. And yeah, that's really good for their team. Super interesting start. I would say that Team Entropy got the side they wanted. I'm not sure so much about the team tactics on the other side, but it seems to be working out for them. A lot of close fights, but now they're approaching 40% to 0, which is not how I thought this was going to go.
Green Thunder's kind of showing why this side's a bit more dominant. You could stay up here where quad spawns, and you have such a great angle of essentially the whole playing field over there on Bravo.
Yeah, the most interesting is they're defending it, they're attacking it, that side, and meanwhile, as you saw, there's two players pulling, so it kind of pulls the focus away from the soul a little bit, having to do that.
And Dayu was even anticipating the steal, or the reset actually, and it was kind of already waiting.
Yep.
And another reset. So a very reset-heavy map.
Yeah, which is great, because that side, that outer side, that's the disadvantage for defense, right? It's
guys, I forgot to turn the camera off.
We're talking about all these rail angles, how it's great for defense and everything, but if the enemy team gets any pull, they can reset immediately. So it's a great play when you're on offense, trying to pull on this side. And we got power-ups come up again. I'd like to think that Mmmkey would be in place for them, but it looks like they're not, which is
He
interesting.
may get both of these, but he's got to get the kills.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it feels like Mmmkey is just not playing as a team, like they're, you know, not cohesive. You know, they're not.
This sounds weird, but it feels like they're trying to play for power-ups only. You know what I mean?
Really?
That's what it feels like to me. Well, they have one right now.
Well, yeah, they do. At least from my perspective, they have.
Well, I'm not saying they're succeeding at it, but
that's true. Yeah, if that's true, like at least I haven't seen them set up for it. But, yeah, could be.
I just feel like they haven't been playing to try and steal the obelisk, like as a team.
Yeah, not enough objective play. And yeah, they had 5%, but once again, see what the kills and the damage and everything looks like. Yeah, they're getting kind of beat down on kills.
Yeah,
pretty
they really
hard,
are.
to be honest. Yeah, so maybe this is just one of those. The first round was very one-sided. Needed to warm up. You know, first game of the day maybe for some of these players.
Yeah, you know, there's always what we like to say, the charity round, right? Like you just kind of got to let it happen and figure out how to be more successful next round.
Yep.
Man, 97-5. Definitely not how they wanted this first round to go, though.
No, but it's only the first round, so I still stand firm by what I said earlier on. These are close teams. It should be a close match.
Hey,
So.
Loser House, I'm so sorry. I
See what round two
definitely
brings us.
forgot. I was so busy with everything going on prior to the game, I just kind of forgot.
I'd like to see, you know, if Team Mmmkey is going to set up for that outer side, if they're anticipating the Dayu rush that they saw last round. See what happens.
Here we go, Dayu again. I mean, mirrored exactly. He just barely got it in and immediately dies. He does his one job and that's it.
Was that the same route that he took last time?
No, he took a different route. He went up the stairs from Tri-Vault, but, you know, same premise.
Yeah, it was equally as nail-biting in the end.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's huge for them, because they're very comfortable on this side, and they did well last time, so... Team Mmmkey is going to have to think of a different strategy this round. I'd like to see them set up for this upcoming set of power-ups here pretty early, which means they've got about one pull here as a team, and I'm not sure. They might not even attempt it besides Strug. Everyone else is just cruising about. Okay, I guess they're getting a late pull before power-up. Maybe, no, they're taking position on quad, I guess.
Yeah, they definitely wanted to get this quad. I don't blame them. They need something powerful.
They're so low, though. Mmmkey standing on quad has, like, 50 health. I guess Clutch is the only one healthy. He's going for power. He's going for protection.
He has quad, but oh, he gets killed immediately. He was one shot the whole time.
Yeah, so...
Green Thunder has again.
Yeah, they did a good job of splitting between power-ups and keeping the soul there, but this fight is huge.
Wow.
And, wow.
They lost
Dayu doesn't
everything.
get quad? Uh-oh. But they're gonna get quad.
Well,
so...
Dayu has proc.
Yeah.
He has at least one power-up.
That was... Oh my god, Strug almost gets pushed off. This is insane. So finally... Oh my gosh.
Oh, they accidentally threw it to the enemy team, but the quad will quickly clean them up.
There?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that was a little bit of a blunder, but they somehow end up on top and get the cap from that. That was a good play overall from Team Entropy. That was a lot of crazy quad back and forth protection, but... And immediately they lose it.
Mmmkey does pick up a few points, and they are trying to just bring it back home. They're struggling, though. Klyb may not be able to do anything.
Yep, everyone's just converging, and...
Oh, Sonelli was able to
maybe
pick it up at the very end.
Yeah, I think maybe they got some better spawns there, and were able to just take that team fight. So, they really need to just set up now for defense. It's a little bit to the next power-ups. You just gotta watch the top cap, mostly on this side, which, for viewers that may not know, the two pillars that are adjacent to the rocket and the plasma, on the inside of them, you can pull the soul from the top.
Yes.
That's what we call a top cap, which is super sneaky, because if you get it from the nail gun side, it's such an easy route to just get right back to the outer base. So
And you could
Um,
even have people, you know, waiting over by the rel area and just toss it over there, you know?
yeah, so again, it's a pretty balanced map, in my opinion. The things you can do from either side just takes a little practice. Got another round of power-ups, and
Mm-hmm.
once again, Team Entropy
Dayu
gets
has
both.
quad.
Yeah, Team Entropy gets both, and Mmmkey doesn't even get a pull. Wait, no, Entropy, excuse me. Mmmkey was on defense, my bad. So, you know,
They really...
power-ups are a huge
Yep,
advantage.
here we go, it's back in. Dayu has
Yeah.
just a little bit of quad left. He ran out of ammo, but doesn't matter. Looks like they're going to be able to hold them off for a little bit. Oh, he got the mega as well. Well, he's back in this. Ooh, nice little cheeky respawn. What's up?
I'm wondering if, you know, I don't know, but I'm wondering if Klyb is regretting his clutch pick. He still makes plays and everything, but it just seems like
I don't really think a Tower of
immediately.
Koth has a clutch map. Do you?
I kind of don't. I mean, there's some routes you can take and some. Maybe I should be specking Klyb to see what he's doing, but I don't know. I'm not so sure it's about the map. For me, it's more about the other team is such good aimers that clutch is just getting melted. But it is about the map too, because the ability to hide kind of changes that. So, but here they are winning the round now. So
Yeah, it's been a
maybe it's
nice
up for that.
turnaround. Huge surprise. Well, I shouldn't say huge surprise, but you know they're doing it.
They are doing it. They're holding up some decent D right here. Will there be another round of power up before we get to 100, assuming they keep it? Yeah.
It's possible, but it's going really quickly. They definitely want to play the obelisk first. Yeah. I don't think there's a need for power up. Oh, but it has been stolen. Okay, never mind. Need for power up. Need for power up.
Yeah, that's why it's so tough. Is in these situations, if you don't go for it, you have to keep the soul. And so now, potential for Team Entropy to take this. Maybe.
Ooh, nice LG control, but he will get killed in the end. And unfortunately, Dayu has both.
Yeah, that's going to be tough. He's healing up a little bit, so I'm not sure how long that's going to last, having both, but...
Not sure what... Okay, there we go. He was waiting for the respawn.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Dayu, to just be aware that that could happen. It's the second time this map, right?
He's done that at least once, yes. I think he did it in the first run.
Yep. So, I think Team Mmmkey has maybe one or two more attacks together, if they choose to do it that way. I feel like they need to, because... No, I guess Strog is the only one really healthy, so maybe they could push in.
You've got to hurry, whatever they do.
Yeah, everyone just running at the obelisk, off respawn, 95%.
Klyb is on with his shield. Good. He may be able to pull this and at least reset.
There he goes, yeah. And will his teammates get it? It's a mad rush. Looks like Doom is the first one there. Uses his ability.
Yep, and it's just and they have to get here right now, 99%. Oh no!
Wow, so 2-0. Team Entropy takes it with some really, really strong play there. That was really well played. So much so that I'm not sure. I feel like, not to take it, again, well played by Team Entropy, but I feel like Team Mmmkey should have done better.
I was expecting a bit more of a fight.
Yep. And mostly, you know, should have done better, right? It's pretty generic, but I think probably power-ups, if I had to pick one thing. Because it was just Team Entropy has both power-ups, Team Entropy has both power-ups, Team Entropy is set up for the power-ups. There was a lot of that. But maybe they're do you know whose map pick this was?
I thought it was Klyb's.
Was it? Because I was just gonna say maybe, you know, maybe this wasn't their map pick and that was why things went sideways for him.
Yeah, Klyb picked Tower of Koth, I think.
Interesting. Guys, let's keep it chill. Was that a West server?
Yeah, that was EU server, I think. Hold on, let's go check. No, that was
They're
in A.
they're
Koth was
talking
in
about it
A
in chat right now.
East. Yeah, it looks like they're gonna pick a EU server
Okay.
now, maybe.
Okay, okay. That makes sense. All right, so yeah, NA server, NA team has the low ping there. Now we're on
Tempest.
EU. Yeah, Tempest.
One moment. How do I get there? We go. Oh, I gotta do my points real quick.
Curious if Klyb is going to be clutch. It's actually interesting since the last time I casted
I'll give
Team
y'all 10
Mmmkey. I
minutes
think
this
we had
time.
Wolf on Sorlag. We had Klyb on Anarchy. So it's like they rotated champ picks a little bit, at least for that last map. We got some changes happening on Team Entropy side. Dayu on the Death Knight. New base on BJ. Green Thunder on Galena. And Phantom Snake on Strog. I think those are excellent picks. As long as New base can deal out that damage with BJ.
So, what do
And
you
just
like about a Tempest Shrine?
what do I like about it?
Mm-hmm. Which, by the way, it spawns in Harbor
I
here.
think I don't know. I mean, I just think it's a good map. I don't think it's
And there's waiting room and ruined
yeah.
a
I
chamber.
don't need to compare it really to
Those are
other
the
maps. I think
obelisks.
there's a lot of routes. It just looks nice, right? Like there's some pretty cool features in the map, like the boat and the power up areas is pretty dynamic.
Have you ever
There's a
take the
lot that can
time to
happen there.
just stare endlessly into the lighthouse?
Oh, I do.
Yeah, that's
Into the
what I like the
lighthouse. No.
most. Yeah.
Yeah, the call of the void. You just lose yourself.
You know what I wish there was though? I wish there was a crow's nest on top of the ship that you could rocket jump onto.
Yeah. A little bit of speaking of something like that, there was a crow's nest above ruins, above the the where the mega spawns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, there was a
the
platform like
unbelievers.
very high above that map that was
Wasn't that
taken out.
in Alpha? Or when did that get taken out?
I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, it was when the game was in beta.
Hmm.
Just kidding.
What do you mean
I
it's
think
out of
yeah,
beta? What do you mean it's fully released?
is it?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's good. Did
fully
that happen? That's
released
right.
last year.
That did happen.
Okay, so which room do you like? Do you like the waiting room or the ruin chamber? Lower base or other base?
I mean, they're both low, but to me, it's heavy base or
Mega. Okay,
so
I
yeah,
see what you mean.
I like heavy base personally because I do like to get the heavy obviously, and I think it's easier to defend for me. But obviously, in previous casts we've talked about this. There are teams who prefer the other base because of just the ability to stay on the upper level and just cover the doors. So I don't really think one side is advantaged over the other, but personally, I like the traditionally sought after side, which is what Team Mmmkey just got. Looks like they wanted that side and they got it. So
This is a map where I think clutch can be a bit more useful.
oh yeah, absolutely. It's just more wide open. The routes are easier to, he can. Actually, it's not even just more useful, very useful. In particular on the top, where the power-up spawns with like a plasma jump or just a quick rocket jump. Clutch can be from one side of the base all the way to the other. So it's a great pick if you can pull it off. And yeah, they got a Galena, so we got Galena on both sides, and then after that it's pretty similar besides Clutch and DK.
Dayu is trying to take this to Tribal. He'll get instantly taken out. Another thing to point out is that both teams do have a Galena, which is a very powerful champion on this map.
Yep, we've seen it be a huge difference maker in other games where you get the triple stack on the other side with the stairs, and there's just so many places to hide totems.
I mean, there's a few places around here that you can hide it to, but it's a bit easier to find them on this obelisk.
Your team has the quad.
And Klyb's Mmmkey putting a very nice, well-rounded defense this time around.
Yeah, this is a night and day difference from the last match.
And, I mean, kind of expected it's EU servers now, so a bit of a home field advantage, probably feeling a bit better for them.
Yeah, I don't think many NA players have a lot of experience with, ping over 70. So, yeah, we got Phantom Snake on 144, Thunder on 128, Dayu on 130.
It's pretty high.
I mean, yeah, I'm super old school, so it's not a big deal for me. I think Quake Champions performed amazing.
No, I do agree. I think the fact that you can still play
games.
with people, across the world is pretty incredible. With just minor lag and whatnot.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain limitations, right? Like the speed of light, you can't get around it. Like packets going from a server, so given that, I think it's compared to previous games, it's just unplayable. Like in Quake 3, you just wouldn't even be able to do this. So, but yeah, EU versus NA, you flip back and forth. QPL does it. It's really just like the players themselves for accepting it and playing that and playing these conditions. It's nice.
I do think you're
Quake is
right.
small,
I think the NA players don't have the experience. We almost always play on NA servers.
Yeah, except for QPL, right? Like that's a different conversation because they're very equal in how they split it up. So.
I was talking about our league. We're not as fancy as them.
No, yeah, but it's Quake as a whole. But yeah, so good job players on just being flexible for that because I love to see these matchups. I really like to see the differences because we play each other so much, right? Like the NA scene, we're playing like almost 7 days a week now, which is amazing. But
full-time job.
We have EU players like here and there, but it's not like a full EU team ever. So it's cool to see like the differences, and I think it helps the community, to be honest, to play against different players and improve the game and see different ways of doing stuff. So anyway.
Back to the game real quick. Klyb has really taken a nice secured advantage here in the first round. I mean, 81 to 5.
Clutch is working out for him this map. Yeah, this is almost the opposite, right? Like we have almost 100-0 round here from Team Mmmkey. It's pretty crazy. Are we keeping track of Galena totems? Has any team had overstack?
I have not been keeping track of the overstack. Oh, here we go, 99. They have to push now. I don't think they can.
Wow.
I mean, we're pretty much seeing a complete opposite of what we saw last map. I mean, you think it's the server advantage? What do you think's going on here?
No, I mean, it might just be a combination of things. Even without changing servers, again, like sometimes at night when we play, we have the same teams for multiple matches. All you have to do is change a match. A couple people have a different champ pick. Excuse me, change the map. Different champ picks, and that's that can do it. Even without swapping players. So yeah, looks like we're gonna see a similar thing here.
Okay, I did see there's a cheeky totem over by the light armor pickup up top. So if we see an overstack, it'll probably be somewhere over there. I already see 2 totems. There's another one down on the obelisk itself.
Yeah, this is continuing to talk about the map a little. This is a great map for Galena. Also, not just because there's so many nooks and crannies, but there's a lot of vials.
Wow,
that are easily accessible to both sides.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Wow, just barely. Was almost able to get it in. Oh, here comes Klyb to clean it up.
So we got our first quad, and the soul was pulled right before.
Thunder is just too low to do anything. Here we go, quad's up, 50 has. He's on fire, unfortunately. He has to get health now. Wow, what a way to lose it.
What's interesting there, yeah, 50 could have went down had either of the players attacking been used. gun that, you know, gave damage. He was like 30 health that whole time, just standing waiting for Quad. And then once he got it, he just mowed him down. So spamming rockets at Quad, maybe not the best choice there. And basically, yeah, he handed off to his teammate, and now because he's not getting Quad,
Klyb just really cleaning up here with the Quad.
Yeah, and Galena's about to have overstack, so
this is only becoming more difficult.
Yeah, this Quad run and Galena. Alright, so Dayu takes out the totems and Galena. Good play there, because that could have been a huge turning point. You know, as Team Mmmkey was getting low on health and Entropy keeps respawning, if you get the overstack right at that point, it's almost like a respawn and you have all your weapons if your team is in base, so small moments like that can change the game. And the soul was pulled by Team Entropy. Looks like they're slow rolling it. Are they? Where is it?
Oh, he got railed at the very end at LG. It's going back now. He's got caught up by 3 of them, though.
Yeah. It's going to be a crazy fight. It could go either way.
It's going to go back to Klyb.
Yep. Comes out on top, and that fast bucket
get this heavy, and yeah.
Yeah.
Proc's going to be up soon as well.
What? Yeah. This is
3 of them on. They're trying to pull. They're doing their darnest, but they will get taken out.
That's tough. Yeah, interesting to see them focus on the soul like that. Less than 10 seconds before power up, because now the respawns and what they have, it's tough to. But I guess they're all on it. Somehow Entropy was there.
No, they've kind of left the gap in for Klyb.
Did he steal it?
No.
Okay. Oh man,
they were able to steal.
they're a little
having trouble passing. Who's leading this?
Yeah,
ooh, no.
They're pushing rail, but they're winning the fight. So I don't know, man. If he caps this, he's gonna be capping in 4 enemies. So let's see if he doesn't. He does, and he's gonna immediately lose even more protection. Yep. And it's going back to Mega. Probably should have waited. Talk to his teammates there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, this is very unusual to see Dayu's team on the back pedal here.
I mean, to me it's unusual to see just the map-to-map difference of one team just dominating like this, you know?
You think that's more unusual? Okay.
Yeah, because I would have expected just more fair fight, not like first map went to Entropy dominant, second map went to Mmmkey dominant, you know?
I was expecting this to be much more of a, you know, an even match, but yeah, you are right. It's just like one map was dominated, and now this map's being dominated. And Nubia seems upset. He's been having a lot of internet issues, so it doesn't seem like that's been fixed either for him.
He's probably triggered by high ping.
Yeah. All 3 of them pushing top. They have to get on and push now. It's 90% to 5.
That's what we're saying for.
Estody Klyb, triple kill. Will he get the 4th?
Yeah, that's gotta be
Klyb is just playing so tough right now. I mean, again, I didn't think that the tower, you know, he's on fire.
Go ahead. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, like, I didn't really think it was that impressive on Tower of Koth, but you know, this time around, it's much more impressive. I really like it.
Salt flowing in the chat. Let's see what map 3 brings. Is that it?
That is it, actually. It's 2 maps now. What were they saying at the end?
New base was crying, and then the other team said that, you know, it wasn't great when they were playing on NA, so it's a fair point.
That is a fair point.
The only solution, you know, while we're on the topic to this, is just for the community to grow, right? Not that I don't want you to play NA, but obviously it's ideal. Everyone loves LAN. The lower ping you go, the better the game feels. Everything just feels nicer. But
yeah, I think Cash had a really great idea earlier on, separating the queues into regions. But unfortunately, I just feel like we need a bit more people from each region to make that officially doable.
Yep. It's the same problem, right? Like you're just trying to pop a game, a single game you want to play, and there's not 8 people. You can't split it into EU game, NA game. So that was, the good part though. Let's look at the positives here. 2-2-0s is the fastest we could have got through both of those games. So great
This
job.
is true.
Are we on
All right.
time now? I'm not sure when the next one's supposed to start.
The next one's supposed to start in 5 minutes. Does anything happen in the
We are on
channel over
time.
there?
Yeah, I think we should keep the captain interviews to quick if possible, just to keep things moving. But I would like to hear end of the day. Okay.
So I think this means that the point breakdown is 5-5, right? Because if you get a 2-0, you get 4 points, and the other team gets one. And that happened twice, so that would be 5-5, right?
I was not fully listening, but I trust that you can do math.
Public math's hard, especially with these smaller numbers. Yeah, this is I
Yeah, you're
tutor
right.
children, I'm supposed to be helping the next generation. This is awful.
Uh-oh. Should I break out my calculator, my graphing calculator?
Now we're good. Get the NASA calculator. This is the big boy stuff.
I have my
Okay,
calculator
what
from
is our
college.
next matchup, real quick?
I haven't used it since then. Do you have yours?
I
You
have
said you're a
two.
New Mexico alum. Yeah. Forced to take business calculus.
Nah. I took stats. That was the last math I had to take, and but
Oh,
I'm
nice.
primarily a history major. Like, what am I going to do with a calculator?
I mean, you're gonna divide the number of deaths from a war versus. Yeah, that's not complicated.
Okay, it looks like our next team is Mmmkey versus Team.
All right. Well,
So I think we're definitely leaving
okay.
this lobby here. Let me see if is Tully on by any chance.
Because, right, he's supposed to be playing his match in 3 minutes, right? It's at the top of the hour.
Yes.
Yeah, I would assume that everyone, like, let's go, guys. When your match is set to start, you should be online.
To Tully's on. I sent a DM to him. Let's see what's going on. Oh, leave the arms race. Leave party.
Gotcha. I'm just not gonna say anything. Sometimes people get upset and I say something. I'm not gonna say something this time. Yeah, we just need more people to play. Sacrifice. Because the ideal situation is there's an EU scene and they have. I don't even think there's an EU scene of Sacrifice. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's like a place where they have to continually play pickup, like organized pickup games.
Oh, here. Klyb just invited me. Let me get him to invite you.
Did you change your game for streaming? You got your shit cranked and all that?
You know what? I keep everything maxed out always now because I don't think it affects anything.
Oh, wow.
I think my system can handle it.
Even better.
And no one said anything about performance or anything, so I've been doing this for weeks too. Here, I'm gonna go use the restroom real quick and feed my fish. I'll be back in like less than 5.
Okay.
I'll be right back, guys.
Right. We need to get these teams going. Mhm. Poly online. Let me see if I can.
I'm back. All right, fish are alive. Oh, I need to make